Hello everyone, and we are live with another Super Stream Sunday where we stream multiple events from the FIDE Online Arena to an exciting tournament that we conduct internally. And this one is the USCF Online Arena, which is the United States Chess Federation Arena, where the kids who are enrolled with Premier Chess Academy can play online and get an official online USCF rating. All right, so and in the commentary box we have the experts on the Sunday night in the US. So it's Devansh, Tigvanshu, Adarsh, and Ayush. Hi guys, how are you guys doing?
Yes, Chirag, we are fine. How are you?
I'm good too, Tigvanshu. All right, Adarsh is a regular, Devansh is here, Ayush is also here, and guys, most of them have done a series with us or a video with us. So if you haven't checked out their invaluable lessons on chess, go check them out on our YouTube channel. And guys, we have the USCF arena kicking off. So all right, Devansh, I would like you to step in, and can you just tell us or tell the audience what type of a tournament are we going to witness? What are the number of rounds that are going to happen, and what are we going to do today?
Okay, so first of all, it's gonna be the USCF online tournament, and it's basically a Swiss event. It will be conducted in 4 rounds, so all the kids they can play the 4 rounds, even if they will lose first, second, it doesn't matter. They can compete in all of the rounds. The second thing is the time control is 10 plus 2, so it's a rapid format, and after playing the games, their USCF ratings will be changed. And the game you can see on the screen, okay, both of them are my students only. Anay and Rohan, they are playing against each other. Rohan, I just finished his class like 10 minutes before the start of the stream. And yeah, let's see what's happening here.
All right, so it would be interesting to have the experts take here. And guys, before we kick off, like we like to do these things. Like if you are a regular at the Premier Chess Academy YouTube channel, or even if you are not, we just try to do these fun things in our stream where we try to guess the moves, or we try to pick up colors or pick up sides. So let's just pick up colors. So I'll be just the host. Everybody knows I just chill here and try to learn a lot of chess from the experts, soak up all the knowledge that I can get, and you can also do that same thing. Just sit back, chillax, and try to learn a lot of things. So guys, pick up your colors. So two of you can be from the white team and two of you can be from the black team. So what colors are we going to have? I'll let go Ayush first here. So this time Ayush has come to a stream after some time, and let's Ayush pick the color. Ayush, what color are you going to pick?
I gonna pick white color.
Okay, not specifically for this game, but then you have the white color for all the games. All right, so Ayush picks white. Adarsh, what about you?
I go with white as well.
All right, so Ayush and Adarsh, the two people with the letter A, goes with their initials. All right, okay, guys, what was the blow here? It showed that white is just winning here.
There is this, I guess, Queen H5 or something.
All right, so
Yeah.
G6.
Queen H5, then Queen E5, then Bishop G5, something like that. No, Queen H5, then Queen E5, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Queen H5, Queen E5.
Queen followed by Bishop G5, Bishop F6, something like that. Maybe we can just turn off the bar if that's possible. Because some kids will be watching the stream at the same time, playing the game. Anay is doing that, I'm sure.
All right, so we can just remove. Oh, on the stream, the bar is not visible. Devansh,
Okay,
the
then
bar is only visible to us. So, all right, okay,
Okay, that's fine.
all right. So that's perfect. Okay, and we expect our kids to be all right. Okay.
Queen that's not
so,
right. Like, he just missed the mating one, and black is
yeah.
winning now.
Oh, what was the winning move for white? All right. Okay, Rohan won the game here. All right, and okay, and guys, kids, if you're doing this, honesty is the best policy. Don't copy our moves or anyways. All right. Also, I guess there's like a 20-30 second delay there in the
Yeah.
stream. But it's fine, guys. All right. So Devansh and Tigmanshu, you guys get the black color, and it's look like already a first win for you guys. And Ayush and Adarsh, you have the white color. And guys, what was happening here? How is white winning, and how did suddenly the tables turn around? Can you just tell the audience?
So basically, Chirag, I believe Anna did a very common mistake, which is kind of very popular in the students' domain. That is, they tend to create their own plan, ignoring the opponent's threat. So opponent played queen f8, targeting the f2 square, but on the other end, Anna completely ignored that thing and he created his own threat by playing bishop g5, planning to go queen d8. Instead, he could have defended the f2 square, maybe offer a bishop trade by playing bishop e3 can be a good move. So that's a common mistake which I guess every kid should learn about it. That before going for the attack, look out for your own thread as well.
All right.
Yes.
Definitely, and white was seemingly better here and just blundered checkmate, and the tables just turned around. So that's a victory for Rohan. Rohan the great victory there with 1000. All right, let's see what happens. We'll see some unique usernames here. All right, and there are many rounds going on. So let's just switch to Shlok Mahant versus. All right, interesting guys. Oh, is this a win? Okay, so end game techniques, experts,
Yes. Black.
and all right. So our
But you never know white will do again a mistake.
Yeah,
All-
if the king will come and like, yeah, then it would be fine. But moving the pawn was the move that just make the game draw. Actually, black has to maintain the opposition in the position and then win it. Like slowly converting the
Opposition and then enter.
all right, guys, and if you want to learn more about oppositions, there is direct, horizontal, diagonal opposition. All Tigmanshu talks about in one of his videos, but there's also a specific video related to opposition, King's opposition, made by our expert coach Om Mishra there. So you can check that out and learn these small techniques. He also gives a very exciting puzzle in the end. So let us know if you are able to solve that puzzle and drop your answers on that video in the chat. Meanwhile, let's jump to, this was all about the technique. And guys, in simple words, like let's say a layman is watching this, and like of course a basic player like me is watching this. So what would you like to, like one sentence advice, Tigmanshu, if you have to give to the black player, what should black do? Like
Black has to promote his pawn on the f5, right? So you just need support with the king for the promotion. So you just need to bring your king to g2 or e2. So for that you don't move your pawn forward first. You just bring your king there and then move the pawn. That's the technique. So for that you have to take opposition and then go towards that pawn.
all right, so
Like,
you
go
see,
towards
oh,
the square.
g2 or e2, so he goes like this, right?
Yeah. So king
Okay.
f3 and king g3
In
and
these
g2.
kinds of positions, Chirag, I believe we should go with the strategy of king leading from the front. We should try to have the king in front of the pawn so that
Yeah.
instead of our pawn getting creating counterattacks, king should actually take initiative and control some squares like from f4 to g3, which you showed it earlier. So to the students, I will advise that try to have your king in front of your opponent's king. It says to the other king that move out of my way, and when the other king move out of his way, then the king can actually advance and it can control the next couple of squares which the pawn can very easily go through.
All right, that's great piece of advice there from the experts. Always keep the king ahead. So the key is to keep the king forward and tell the other king who is in command and control all the squares here. All right, guys. So this was about the technique. So black here, Macaron God. All right, you had to have some God skills, techniques there to win this game. All right, so he missed that. Good for Shlok Mahant there. A draw came in, and let's jump on to the next games and what's happening here. Oh, all right. Looks like black team is having a good day. That was a mixed victory, but this one again looks
Yeah, we
like winning here.
We won in the first game, and in the second game we were winning, but yeah, the draw happened, and then this third one. It's
Alright.
clearly winning. Still, we cannot say anything. Stalemate.
Looks like black. Okay, and parents or kids who are watching, and if they want their game to be analyzed, okay.
Okay, now,
Just do not capture that pawn with the
yeah. Okay, nice mate.
Oh, if he would have captured with the king, it would have been a stalemate, right? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can show that to the audience. Interesting. That would be interesting to see. All right. So if
And
black would have
sometimes
done this here,
players tend to capture all the pieces of the opponent and seeing the after part, and then yeah,
yes,
ending ended in a state.
Yeah.
definitely.
Pavitra is like Arjun, like focus is only on the eye of the fish, that is the king. That's why he didn't went for the pawn and straight
Yeah,
away went for the king by bringing
yeah.
h3. Great.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely some great chess by the kids we are seeing here. And let's see, so a lot of kids have already won their games. A few games going on, and we have a good turnout for the event also. All right, so let's see. Oh, again similar kind of positions. We are getting again one person is a queen up, and let's see if Karthikeyan M7 would be as and we have Sun India 2013 also playing. Oh, Karthikeyan is going for a second queen.
Well, in this kind of positions, I advise like students to just give up the pieces. Yes, like that. At the end, like all in all, you have chances of a stalemate.
All right, but
But now he
Likely
can go
only
for like checkmate.
0.001%, but you have it. When you have pieces to play, you don't have that much also. Right?
all right, and this is a beautiful ladder checkmate. We have discussed ladder checkmate a lot of times on our streams, and guys, there are videos about it. It's one of the most simple and the checkmates that the kids love. So, all right, okay, we already have kickoff for round two. Yeah, all right. So that's round one over. We have a lot of kids on 1 out of 1. How did Jay Shukla lose the second match? Oh, he's playing in the round two, I guess. Okay, so guys, we have kickoff in round two. I guess we are going to see 4 rounds very quickly here, and let's see what happens here in the round two. The matches have started. Let's go to the game that we haven't seen, the actual Mr. Beast. All right, the famous YouTuber Mr. Beast is here to play chess, and let's see what happens. How is Mr. Beast doing in the chess world? So let's see. And all right, looks like Mr. Beast is doing a fair share of good opening here.
Yeah, nice opening development, and but also white can castle long side also, like 22 and long castle, and then play h4, h5 to attack.
Yeah, he can just go with the pawn storm with the white pieces here by castling on the queen side, and that would be fine with the white pieces. For black, he just have to create some tension in the center and exchange the pieces quickly for now. But now this is the same side castle, so pawn storm is not the possibility. Like the sir suggested, like h4, h5 is not the possibility now.
Yes.
All right, definitely. And guys, I would like to just hear from you. What are your favorite YouTubers? Like Mr. Beast is of course a great one. Do you guys have a favorite YouTube pick? Anyone can go first, guys.
Well, not particularly favorite, but yeah, I just watch some regional YouTuber.
All right, regional YouTubers. Okay, and Devansh, Adarsh, Ayush. What about you guys?
Okay, so for me, I used to watch Gotham a lot. Like earlier, his videos was like more oriented towards chess, but now it's more fun kind of videos. So I don't watch Gotham nowadays. But yeah, I used to watch him a lot. Like every video, every recap. Now I just watch little bit of Hans Niemann recaps of his tournament, something like that. So basically, some recaps of the tournaments, so I can get in touch with like whatever new opening lines are going on, new theory, whatever this new ideas players are playing. So for following that, I just watch this recaps mostly.
All right, definitely Hans Niemann is a fun player or an aggressive player to watch out for, and he makes great videos. Also, Levi Rosman, of course, the legend, the highest YouTuber or like an influencer in the chess field with the biggest of the numbers there. Of course, everybody's favorite. And Adarsh, Ayush, what about your picks?
I just like used to watch the video of Agad Master. He's like another chess streamer. He used to suggest the tactics to beginner to intermediate, and also I just like to see some push in the ratings and in-game strategies. Like he's able to analyze the games of different grandmasters, like the game of the century and like the games which are interesting, like having seven brilliant moves. So that is just a kind of amusing for like amusement for me, and I go with that video. And sometimes I also watch the Gotham chess. Yeah, it's both fun and like some like as Devang suggested earlier, it was more informative. Now it is more fun, but still it is fun to watch him because that just like create with both the ideas, like how to make the plan and maintain the fun part in the chess.
All right, definitely. And Ayush, what about you?
Like for fun purpose, I usually follow Mr. Beast videos. I love to watch Mr. Beast video in my leisure time. And for the quick analysis, I usually prefer Gotham Chess because even a very long video of 30 minutes, the time really spends really very quickly, and we don't even realize that he analyzed all the games and the time just went by. So I follow these two streamers a lot.
All right, definitely interesting. And Tigmanshu, even if regional, that's fine. Can you just let us know? And if it's non-chess, guys, it's fine. We're just discussing fun things here, having a good time. We'll be analyzing also if there are some requests. Guys, I would like you to keep an eye on the chat, and if there are any requests from the parents, we can just take that in. Yeah, Tigmanshu, any of your picks for the YouTubers?
Well,
Digmanshu is put on a spot here. He has to think a lot.
okay.
All right, Digmanshu, you don't need to answer if you don't want to. All right. Okay, guys. So here we have. What do you think? Is the actual Mr. Beast winning, or what's happening here?
He just
It's kind of
became
the equal
beast.
position I see in this point. If black is able to like maneuver on the queen side and make a correct pawn break in the center, then black will dominate the position. Right now, it is not clear because in this position, this kind of a position, it's like in can go either way. As I suggest, and I just suggest black to just maintain the control over the center, and like this rook which is on the edge has to be like what we say, like it should be moved to the center, like capitalizing the center and then go forward.
All
The
right.
rook on a6 will go again back to e7 and maneuver to d7, or it can go back. But like making the rook like this, it would be not a nice idea because they are doing nothing at this point.
Yeah, I think so. White played the c4 move before and created an outpost for the knight.
Yes.
The knight will be there for the rest of the life. But
But
okay, it is still outside.
Yeah, if he can just create a battery with the rook in the center and then like make the pawn break in the
Yeah,
center, that would be fine.
yeah, on d5. On d5 for black looks interesting. Just
Yes.
need to be more careful about the supports.
all right. So the actual Mr. Beast might be in actual trouble. All right. So Mr. Beast, you need to find a way out, and let's see. All right. So guys, we'll come to Mr. Beast back. Oh! What's happening here? All right. Is that can actual Mr. Beast find some way? This still is very complicated, guys. So we'll come back to this game, and let's see what's happening with the other kids. Mr. Beast is everybody's favorite, but all right, there are other kids also playing. All right, C4L Jasnoor 7 and Kartike M7. All right, Jasnoor S
This
and
Oh,
um
he should have gone for knight d5.
Yeah.
Then he could
yeah.
have
So
won the knight.
Jasnor is my
Instead
student
of knight
only.
g4.
So I'll just tell you something about him. In the opening, he plays well, but then he start to make like quick moves, and then But there is one thing about him is he's very resourceful. Even in this position, black is clearly winning, but maybe he always has some tricks. Okay, so yeah, you cannot just see.
Oh,
So yeah,
Now he
Black
got
has
this
to play
pass
with
pawn,
the
and now
Yeah,
there
he
is
can
this thing
play on
about Jasmine. In
Prashant right
losing
now.
positions, he is very tough. Like he start to make very tough moves. See, now he's
right.
winning.
Is this winning?
Yeah, this is winning.
yeah, it is.
Because
Yeah.
of the
Just
pass pawn on f5, white king can just run and grab all the pawns.
Can't
That's the
black also
thing.
make a passer? Something like that?
Then white will just come back to stop that pawn. The main thing in the pawn end games is there is this distant pass pawn that is on edge. So black will go on to stop that pawn and white will just grab the other one.
true, true. I agree. And the point is like Jashnur is really good in the end games. I just take some coverage in Devansh classes and I know that he's like really like not that good in the mid game, but if we consider the end game, he's really strong. You know about the waiting moves and how to like go with the opposition. So he could manage this position and win.
Alright, Shreyansh Wander in the chat says Mr. Beast was playing with you, Coach Chirag. Alright, Mr. Beast is the YouTuber that has so much money, I bet he would give you $1,000 if you win. Alright, okay, Mr. Beast, bring it on. We are ready for a game. I have the entire mighty power of Premier Chess Academy. We have 100 coaches who will help me out, and then we'll see whether Mr. Beast wins the chess game against me or not. And I would be happy to have the $1,000. Who doesn't like money? Alright, so Mr. Beast, if you are watching this, are we up for a challenge? Let's see. And Shreyansh Wonder, make that happen if you can. Alright, and sorry guys, sorry to interrupt, but it was just a funny comment by Shreyansh. And okay,
Yes, so no,
what's happening? But still, Devansh
Black
believes,
can
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he can just push the pawn now and just make a
Oh, but he
queen.
did
If
not.
not, then he
He
will
did
lose.
not. He did not.
No, no, no.
So I guess black can capture and black can start pushing, right?
It
Yeah.
could be, yeah, in
Oh,
either way, nice.
this also goes forward. So.
Still, he can just push the pawn on
Hmm.
f6 and go for a queen. Now it would be
Oh, this is one move
nothing.
late. He had to push
because
the f
Black
pawn,
is no, Black is not
and
going
it's
on the
with a
chess.
That's
check,
the with check.
and it's game over. Oh, like this is
No,
also fine. This is also fine.
he just made a mistake.
Earlier, there was a trick like for Black to
All right,
do the
Devansh, I
passing.
feel you're going to have a talk to Jasnoor after this game. All right, after
No
this
worries,
stream.
Black team is winning.
Black was always winning,
Let's
yes,
talk about
definitely. Black was winning throughout, but Jasnoor, as Devansh pointed out, was very resourceful and he just missed about the f pawn here, which could have just simply
Yeah,
queen.
f6 was just winning.
F6 S7.
And this is what Jasnoor missed. And of course, okay, kids, a lesson to be learned that here it was 6:29. He had 6.5 minutes, so he could have just played a little bit slower and tried to figure out a way. All right, so spend time on the correct places. All right, and guys, let's see what's happening. We have chess Vizzy, we have Ivan Buddy. All right, let's go to Ivan Buddy's game and let's see what's happening here. Ivan Buddy versus Javardhan. Yeah, sorry, it's Jayavardhan Dodla one. Sorry, guys, if I'm mispronouncing the names. All right, so here, okay, white is taking too much time to think.
Oh,
Yeah, although it
Yeah,
seems like white
he should
is
win, right?
in like advantageous position because having two rooks against one queen and a couple of pawns. But for kids, it will take time, like align the rooks and just make a queen. It would be not like that simple to just promote. So
Like,
in this kind of position, he has to just like make the rook intact and then try to push the pawn. Otherwise, double attacks are always there with the queen.
yeah, in the end games like two rook versus the queen, rooks should be connected to each other if you
Yeah.
want to make
So, how do you
good.
suggest to
Otherwise,
connect the rooks? Should we connect it on the sleeping lines, on the ranks, or should we connect it on the files, guys? In this
Yeah,
position.
rook c1 would be the fine move right now. Like, no, this is not the idea. Rook c1 will be fine,
yes.
then we can just like chase down the queen and then try to promote our pawn.
We attack the
Because
rook.
anytime double attack can be there. If
Yeah.
expose your
The
king or
reason pawn h4 was a
You
little weak because usually in these kinds of imbalanced position where a person is having two rooks should definitely make sure his king is secure because the only chance the queen can get counter attacks if the king is opened up. So therefore definitely the ones who plays with two rooks against the queen try to have a good pawn structure, have a shield for your king so that you escape from the perpetual checks of the queen as well, and that will really help them out. Okay,
also
right now
save
it looks
yourself
like
from
White wants to have two passes on both ends.
Yeah, both are outside parcel, but yes, he
but
has to convert.
isn't black playing passive? What should black do here?
Yes, black should play queen h8 with the idea of queen d4 check and then queen h4 check. Like this maneuvering is kind of tough to find out, but
Oh, is this a
He can just
perpetual?
make
like
a
black.
skewer right now. If we can, like, white can make a skewer and just take the queen. That's winning.
So we
Like
see,
rook c.
we see in the chat, Ivan Vadi. Sorry guys to interrupt. Ivan Vadi is offering 3 times has offered a draw to Jayavardhan Jayavardhan Dudla there, which white has of course declined. And let's see if white is able to find the victory. Also, the time factor will be very crucial. Time is running out. So let's see what happens here. And is that a perpetual, Ayush? The idea that you pointed out.
It may lead to perpetual if white plays a little bit inaccurate. But right now, as others said, rook c1 is leading to a skewer straight away, taking away the match.
Oh, all right. Rook c1 is a skewer, and black might lose the queen there, guys. So that would be interesting to see what happens. Is white able to find it? White has only 2.5 minutes to find this move, and guys, let's see. We also have to go back to Mr. Beast games, and let's see. You could have $1,000. Why did you lose? Shranch Wonder says, all right, Shranch, the game never happened. Okay, all right, and kids are having fun in the chat. I guess Shranch Wonder might be the actual Mr. Beast, and we have solved a mystery there in the chat that Shranch Wonder is the actual Mr. Beast. All right, and guys, let's keep going. Okay, interesting to see. White is taking too much time to think here.
Yeah.
Guys, let's predict. What do you think? Quick yes or no. Will white finds rook c1?
No.
so he's going to go h7.
He can
I
just
believe
move
he
the
will
rook to
find it.
e1.
He's taking so much time.
Yeah.
He should
He
go
can
for
make
it.
rook e1 most likely.
He's
Okay.
taking the decision either he
Rook
he
e1 or rook f6 are the moves that you're like
Okay.
that the kids make.
So we have guessed the move
Yeah.
going on. Tigmanshu said h7. Adarsh, you
H-
said rook e1 or rook f6. Okay. Ayush, Devansh, what are your predictions? Let's go fast, guys. Fast.
Mine is rook c1.
Okay. Ayush believes in Jayavardhan. Rook c1. Devansh, yours?
Rook e1.
Devansh and Devansh says rook e1. Okay, guys. Let's see who wins this guess the move contest. All right, and it would be exciting. Oh, I say white runs out of time, which is very highly unlikely. But I say white loses on time, or white just runs out of time. And we are not sure what's happening with Jayavardhan. Oh, he doesn't go.
S7.
But Tigmanshu, you said a7, right? Or h7 only?
h7.
Oh, sorry.
S7.
Sorry, Tigmanshu is correct, and Tigmanshu finds the correct answer, h7. And here, I guess
Sometimes
we'll have.
you are too deep into the position, you cannot find a simple win, and you try to complicate the things like what
Oh,
was the mindset
it looks like Ayush idea might be working here. Oh.
Not really.
Was that a
Yes, it was.
perpetual here? We are not sure, and still white under a lot of pressure. And I guess black will find the check, or should find the check. Oh, white
Yeah.
finds
So
the
each move
resource.
with val bar is gonna change
Uh,
to draw or win.
Now rook f1, and now also it will
queen
be
d4 is not working because
because
It's
the
just
so
a
rook will come for the rescue.
oh, he just
Okay.
keeps the queen closer. All right, and
like black also was too deep into the position, forgets that the pawn has no support. Sometimes it happens.
Oh yeah, he could have just eaten up the pawn. So yes.
Yeah, you could just have captured the pawn.
All right, and that's why, guys, we have the expert coaches here. They understand very deeply how does the kid thinks, how do the players think, and you can see some great insights here by Tigmanshu there, predicting how the kids are thinking. And if you also want your kid to understand chess in such a great manner, guys, make sure you take our free trial class. And if you want to join Premier Chess Academy, join the Premier Chess Academy anytime. Okay, guys, so this looks like a clear white winning. Ivan Buddy, sorry there. You could have gone queen check earlier and find some kind of a stalemate. So if you are looking at this game later, try to study it, analyze it with your coach. And guys, let's see what's happening. We haven't seen this game. Fantastic Chess 123 versus Tanush USCF 2022 2000 yeah 2022 and all rook endgames
So
are drawn.
White is looking better with the two pass pawns on B and C5, but still it is not that easy to convert. I think so. The idea is to give up that two pass pawns and to create another two pass pawns on the G and H5. I guess.
All right, and but Tigmanshu, all rook endgames are drawn. Yeah.
He can.
Go ahead, Devan. Sorry, I was just joking.
Only in Masters games.
All right, with a filter there, I say only in Masters game, the rook endgames are drawn. All right, and interesting to see here. I feel here still black can make a draw.
Now, if the rook takes the pawn, white will immediately win.
All right, let's not take the pawn then. Okay, but where is the
Yeah.
king going?
Like if rook, yeah, that's good.
King does not have a way to go back.
Now white can just do the king run like on.
Yeah, you just have to make a filter for the king, and that's fine.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
In these
inside
kind
it.
of position, we really don't require the help of our own king. Like two pass pawns are sufficient with the help of the rook to get promoted.
Just
Like
maybe
b5, then rook b7, then c7, then b6. In this way, we can just promote the pawns to a queen.
okay, all right. I used also very simple and a straightforward path here. And okay, but white will march ahead with the king, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here,
Four,
this
king
side.
D5, he will go and he'll try to capture that pawn. Yeah.
Black plays rook c5 to stop this. That's my guess the move. Oh, he allows king g4. Okay, guys, so this looks like white should take this home victory. All right, let's see another game going on. So round 2, actually,
Yeah,
the
this
kids
is the round.
started playing.
Another rook in the game.
Oh, single rook checkmate. Let's see. We have the
Let's see,
expert
like,
coach here who has made the video about single rook checkmate. Tigmanshu in the chat. Tigmanshu is here, and chat. If you want to see that video, go to Premier Chess Academy's YouTube channel and check that out. All right, and all right. What do you think, Tigmanshu? Would white figure out the checkmate?
Well, yes, it's been slightly good job. But the easiest way is to just block and check, block and just bring the opponent king to the corner, one of the corner.
All right, this,
But
but
that
this is
seems
like,
by
oh, again, that's a mistake. He had to keep the rank blocked.
Yeah, see, there are so many techniques in a way that you can do single rook checkmate, but the easiest one is to just block the king and then bring the king, block the opponent king and bring your king to the support. That is the easiest.
So is GM Arnav? I don't know, GM Arnav 2011. We don't
Yeah,
have any
we can
coach.
afford block.
All right, so GM Arnav might be okay. Oh, now he can
Yeah,
give a
you
check.
just have to make the king back. Yeah.
Adyan
This technique can be sometimes Like you do one mistake and the king is again in the center. This technique sometimes can be very
Okay, I
tricky.
teach this technique to the kids, so I call this as the rank technique. Oh, here again, this is wrong.
No, no, it can be
This may
tricky.
end
That's
up
what
in
I
a
mean.
draw with 50 rule draw because I see that like white is just seriously lacking the technique to just go for the checkmate with single rook. But this chase will just go endlessly if he doesn't know how to like trap the king
All
in the
right,
corners.
we can check the moves. Okay, we can check. It's 103. I'm not sure when was the last capture that happened. So
That was a rook. Oh, it was a draw.
It
it
may
is
end
a
up in a draw.
draw, but black might have made a mistake with some kind of a skewer, or let's see what happened.
Bad, bad.
Oh,
Oh,
black
Oh,
made a mistake like
Okay.
this, and this happened at move number 80. So, guys, we have till move number 80 plus 50 is
130.
130. So,
Yeah,
130.
there's going to be.
there's too many moves
Okay, now
there.
now it is going to be checked. Now the king is in
All right.
okay, now perfectly.
Okay.
Black would have gone
Okay,
king to
yeah,
e1
that's a
to
mistake.
this side.
White figured out the technique. All right, and it took triple one. All right, that's a good number to figure out the moves finally. And all right, okay. So guys, I guess that sums up our round two, and we will move on to round three. In the standing, Tanush USCF leads, Karthikeyan M7, Adyansh Karg is on 2 out of 2. We saw just Adyansh winning this game here. Rohan the Great 1000, so Devansh was happy there with his kid Rohan the Great 1000 there on 2 on 2. And guys, it would be interesting. So only 4 kids are on 2 out of 2, so this arena is heating up. We'll see, I guess, a clear winner this time because only 2 kids will move out of 3 out of 3, and then we'll see one person who goes on to take the crown. All right, so let's see what's happening here, and let's see how has the round 3 kicked off. All right, so it will be really interesting to see the kickoff of the round 3 games. All right, round 3 has begun, and we see on the top we see Karthikeyan versus Rohan there, and Adyansh versus Tanush USCF. So guys, in terms of the standings, we'll stick to these games, but we'll also try to cover the kids who haven't played. We haven't seen their games yet. So we haven't seen Jay Shukla 4. We haven't seen Ritrumal Sethi. All right, so we'll go to these games. Let's see what's happening on the top of the table. Karthikeyan M7 versus Rohan, and all right, let's jump in. Devansh, your thoughts about this opening? Let's take the
yes.
opening from the forward. So it's e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6.
Oh,
Okay, so until this position, everything is fine, but we never know in this kind of positions when this knight d. Okay,
yeah, knight d4 was there. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
instant
white
castle.
definitely missed bishop g5. He should have attacked that knight on f6.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
is the
maybe.
kingside pawn structure.
with this e4 e5 with the kids, they always miss this bishop g4 bishop g5 and then knight d4 knight d5 ideas. Following this, ruining the king side pawn structure. There is always this from the black side. Also, there is also knight d4 attacking on f3 with knight and bishop.
All
So
right.
they always miss this kind of threats.
Okay, he played
But okay,
bishop
now
g4,
now
but a
I
little
think
late.
Rohan is playing really well because I told him to play like this kind of structures h6 g5, and now slowly he will play c6 d5. He'll put his king on g7, and that's how the game will proceed. I think because he know these ideas that what you need to do in this kind of positions in e4 e5. He will also bring his bishop g6 knight h5. I think he'll do that because he know the ideas. If you will just tell the kids how to play in certain position, they stick to that thing. Okay, now
Okay,
his yeah.
and as Devansh mentioned,
yeah,
okay, he might.
He might have an idea of h3 and then like knight, then capture the pawn.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, his
see, he's got h3 and then,
all right. So
but we never knew it. That's the thing with the kids, we never know. Even in the winning position, they will just miss mating and all.
But
Now
Now
there
it's
is
like
this
bishop
Now there is
f3
a
and
threat of
like
bishop f3. Yeah, bishop
this
3 is
is
maybe.
this shouldn't be losing here. Of course, queen e3. I guess queen e3 is the only move to defense.
yeah, Queenie. But even this is, I guess, losing because of G. I guess G5 is
yeah,
there. Yeah.
g4
G4.
knight takes, then it's like, or bishop will be also fine, but knight takes is more important and like adding more pressure to the queen.
No, but g4. If you just ignore g4. Oh, but then still captures, and that's a checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he plays d5. As Devanshu was pointing out, he knows the idea c6 d5, but probably bishop captures itself,
But
right? Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. What happened here?
The bishop.
Where? How did the bishop land?
Magics.
Okay. It's some fancy stuff. Something happened with chess.com there. I'm not sure, or I clicked something by mistake. Okay, so we are back with the position. Looks like black is just winning. So Rohan the Great will be 3 out of 3, and let's see if he can become the champion of this arena. So that would be really exciting to watch. And all right, so what was black's plan with d5? Let's try to break that down. What do you think, Devansh, she's thinking? Probably.
Okay, so for him, it was no plan. He just missed that two pieces are attacking on D5. He just thought he's attacking the bishop,
Okay.
and he just blundered the pawn. But now again,
But I
there
think
is always
he's
this.
maybe trying to open things up. Is that what is going on? I'm not sure.
Yeah, now because he blundered the pawn, now he'll play rook e8 or something to protect the e5 pawn, and then eventually it will help him to create some attack. But always there is this g4 whenever, like, because white cannot do anything in this position. He don't have any knight to stop the g4 move. The
He's
bishop on c4 is really bad.
Oh, he plays
Yes, he
g4.
played.
I guess he might be
But
have been.
now h6 is hanging. But
Oh,
wait,
what's
this is
happening here,
tricky.
guys? h6 pawn captures on f6. What do you do then? Queen g2 is a forced mate. Looks like. Is it a draw? Queen g5, queen h6. Keep on checking the king.
I think we can just capture
Very
on.
possible.
We can just capture on g4 actually. We need
Oh,
to capture, otherwise that would be mate. Yeah.
and then knight cap.
Oh, he blundered the mate.
Oh.
Nice blunder.
But if
Pawn
even
drop.
if pawn captures, queen captures, it be tricky?
No, it's not a check, so we
Oh,
got extra
then
tempo.
oh,
Extra
Yeah,
tempo.
if the pawn f3 is the move and then it's the forced checkmate, there is no way to prevent it. If the queen gives up also, then also. If pawn f3 is the thing, black is winning.
all right. So looks like Rohan the Great will take the great spot of 3 out of 3. Kartike M7. All right. Not going to have the day what he expected.
Yeah, Karthikeya was also trying to create the same thing with like queen h6 and bishop f6, but while like black is ahead in the move, so he will be able to do it.
Yeah, it looks like white might have to give up the queen now, and we see the clear result at the top of the table. So guys, let's jump on to the next game and let's see what's happening with Adyansh Garg. We just saw Adyansh Garg's technique with a single rook checkmate, and guys, Adyansh Garg, I guess, was it Adyansh Garg's choice, or yes, Adyansh Garg has chosen to go into an endgame. What do you think, guys? Is that a good strategy? If you feel you are good at endgames, just go for the endgame.
Yes, if a kid is feeling confident in the endgame portion, definitely he can have a strategy of exchanging the major pieces out and then straight away going for the endgame. And right now, Adyan is doing quite good because he's having two bishop here, which is a greater combination against the other two minor pieces. But definitely in the endgame, I believe that Adyansh will be able to create a pass pawn from the queen side and gain some advantage on the endgame part.
All right, definitely, and that would be great. to see if Adyansh is able to win this endgame, but let's not underestimate Tanush. Tanush has won both of his game very smoothly here, guys. And let's see, this is the battle of the endgame here. And guys, great to hear, right? Usually endgames, I feel I hear kids saying endgames are boring, right? And kids usually don't want to play endgames, but looks like, guys, the coaches are doing the job, asking the kids to make tough decisions, play the end games, and there we see a lot of interesting ideas in the end game also. And both the kids playing really well here. All right, so let's jump in. We'll come back to this game because this game will be very important for our standings. Let's go to the games that we haven't seen. Interesting username Speedy Cheetah is here. All right. So
Let's see how speedy he is.
yes, Speedy Cheetah is actually speedy. We can see with the
Speedy,
time
yes,
difference.
that's,
Right, and that's 7.5 minutes with 4.5 minutes by Fantastic Chess. But if Fantastic Chess is playing Fantastic Chess on the board, Speedy Cheetah speed doesn't matter because White should be winning here. But let's see what happens.
well, this format is not about speed. So,
All right. So is Speedy Cheetah great at bullet chess? Let's see. Oh, I don't know if we can just hover and see his rating. All right. The other platform we can. All right.
let's see if I can do something here. To B8, try to develop the rook. And
Okay, guys. So Fantastic Chess looks to be in a very comfortable position, and these bishops look really scary for
bishop
black.
is
Yeah, bishops are really strong in this position.
yeah, bishop to D5.
And now there is this bishop d5 with the idea of attacking the like double attack, attacking the
Bishop
pawn and
D5,
the
bishop
rook.
F7 will be so.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
also attacking the yeah.
So
So
one
Alright.
rook is gone.
he's going to lose a rook here.
Fantastic
bishop.
Chess finds the fantastic move here, and definitely very interesting and also many ideas. Oh, can he go?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's
If
gonna
rook
lose
B8,
the rook.
then white can also try. Uh,
Oh, he goes
Yeah,
with the
he
other
just
rook
ca-
only.
now
The
bishop
king.
captures the rook.
He can just take the pawn and then take the rook.
Yeah, take the pawn. Check with an intermediate move.
All right. If this
If
pawn
you
wouldn't
take
have been
into
here,
f8, king f8 would be checkmate in one, I guess. Yeah, he played that.
The
Okay.
Yeah.
Bishop F6.
bishop has 6 is the mate.
Yeah, bishop h6.
all right. Okay, and oh, that's a kid
Okay.
thing to know.
Always.
Okay, but
That's it.
still, all right. The kid is clearly winning. Let's go to the top of the board, guys. Let's see what's happening here on the top of the board. Let's stick to this game. And your thoughts are then versus Tanush, who is going to make it 3 out of 3, guys.
That's a
There are
nice
some
knight
nice
maneuvering,
outputs.
I guess.
Yeah.
White
Nice
is
output.
planning for. As the position is a little bit closed, so knight can be a good resource in these kind of position. Maybe White is planning to bring the knight to c1 and then improve its position further by placing it on d3. The d5 pawn can be a big target in the upcoming moves because it is an isolated pawn, can be easily targeted. And the bishop on e6 is just behaving like a pawn, which definitely Tanush should
Yeah.
work on it to improve its gameplay. Maybe expand on the king side as he has the majority there. Let's see.
So there are 3 outposts for the knight. Yes, knight c1 excellent. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Uh,
Let's
knight
try to
d3.
keep guessing and let's try to pit you guys with the team colors. So I guess Adarsh and Ayush are team white, right? And Devansh and Tigmanshu are team black. So guys, you have to stick to your colors, stick to your team, all right, and root for them. Okay, and let's see what's happening here.
Well, then black must to create an open positions for the bishop. You create the position as you have the pieces of, like, you have the bishop. You try to create an open position. You don't block the
So how do you create an open
squares.
position here, Tigmanshu? What are the
Well,
ideas? Like,
here you can display f6 g5. Try to open up the, because that's the only pawn break that is good here for black.
all right. So you're saying to
Otherwise,
get
there are
a
no
open
problems.
position, you have to like give away a pawn or like find a pawn break to like find some kind
Yeah.
of an open position. Okay, excellent. All right. And Adarsh and Ayush, how do you keep it a close position when the opponent is trying something like this?
Right now, I
First,
suggest that, yeah, right now white has a good move. He can just take the pawn with the knight on d5, and then the bishop takes, he will just be able to take the rook. That was quite winning for white, but at this point, like white should try to open the position because
All
he
right.
has the pieces more active in this. He can just create a rook battery and then target the d5 pawn as an isolated pawn. Like I suggested, it is a weakness for the black, so you just have to capitalize that.
Okay,
and to
this.
keep the position close, Chirag, which you asked, I believe that we should avoid exchanging pawns. Try to interlock them with the opponent's pawn, and try to avoid as many exchanges as you can. And then your knight will be the real boss. Like right now, the knight on c5 is completely dominating the two bishops and even the rook.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's not a good
Exchanging for the
move.
bad piece. The bishop on e6 was bad. Knight was strong.
Yes.
Now
But
black
this
pawn structure is better, but still it's not clearly like.
All right. Why is black's pawn structure better, Adarsh? Can you just explain that to our audiences?
As like as far as this game is center, like you can see that most of the pawns of the black has a center pawn, and like now right now you just have to first protect the pawn with the rook going back and then maintain the center like majority of the pawns, and then he can just make a queen.
Okay, he
Yeah.
blended
To add one
everything.
more thing, I
Uh,
will say
no,
that
no,
as
no,
you
sure.
can see, Chirag, like few moves back, the pawns were standing in the white color squares, and the bishop which black was having was in the dark color square. So that actually makes the like bishops a little more like powerful because the pawns will not block its way, like its own pawns will not block its way, bishop's way. And apart from that, the other bishop of white's bishop on a3 can't target those pawns. So that's why I believe Adarsh was right that black was having a better pawn structure, but he opened up the game and lost the pawn, unfortunately.
and also peace. And guys, we were talking about Adhyan strategy or like kids find end games boring or something like that, but Adhyan was really good at the end game. We saw how he won a single rook end game also. So Adhyan is clear in his mind what strategy he has, probably has worked these things out with his coach also. So a great strategy, I guess, that is working for him. He's going into the end games, and again we can see he clearly has a winning position, and this will put Adhyan in a great spot. So Adhyan will face Rohan the Great 1000 for the final spot, who will become victorious, scoring 4 out of 4, all 4 points in this super arena, super Sunday arena. Let's see, guys, what happens here. I am excited for the final match. Looks like Adhyan is clearly winning. Let's see any more games going on. So GM Arnav is playing. GM Arnav, let's see what's happening with GM Arnav 2011 versus uh,
Oh, Black King is in a run. Not running.
Rit Rumal
What
Setti.
is, what is Black
This
King doing
king
on
is like
D3?
way too advanced in this position.
And guys, Black has really less time, less than 1 minute. Let's see.
Okay, just put it on
Why
even, and that's what we left to see.
White is taking a very big risk of removing its knight. Rook on b2, any rate can come in and then it will lead to a checkmate. So white should be really very careful. At least he should play b4 one time so to block the rook way. If not, then the game and the evaluation bar will simply go in favor of black.
No, but I don't think now, like the white will stop checking the king. White will just continuously go check, check, check. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
Which
he can still give a check with the rook f2 and then like protect the knight. No, that's not.
does black allows a counterplay?
Well, it is just a
Looks
check, like
like
king a1, and then it disappears.
is
No
oh
check.
yeah, king a1 is
King
a.
h1.
But what if
Yeah.
rook c1, king c1? Then
King
it will
C1
lead
is
to a
a
checkmate.
King
checkmate
c1,
with
and then
King
king.
it
c1 is
will.
like a lost game right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Here
Yeah.
it
it's
goes.
checkmate in two
Blunder.
now.
King stick.
that's why, guys, chess is so exciting, so much fun, so topsy turvy, many ups and downs, and we see white had a clearly winning
Here
position.
goes the rook.
And that's a
No.
checkmate,
Like
directly a
checkmate.
checkmate.
Okay.
And it's just game over, alright. And black quickly finds it. And this was definitely one of the most exciting games that we saw here for tonight. And excellent play by there. A very resourceful RTI, I'll say T, sorry guys for the mispronunciations. And let's stick to the leaders game. Let's see what's happening here. Alright, quite struggling there for Adyan to convert this one, but looks very comfortable. So this is the only last game going on for the round 3, and we'll be entering round 4 soon. And we see already, oh, Rohan the Great is there, Shlok Mahant is on 2.5, Macaron God is on 2.5. Tanush and Adyan are still playing. They are 2 out of 3. One of them will go on 3 out of 3. So this will be very exciting, fantastic chess and there. So these are the standing. RTI Rumala Setti goes on 2 out of 3 with that win. We saw an exciting game there. And Anay, Chess VZ, a lot of kids there in our arena. Alright guys, let's see what's happening here. And okay, alright guys, so this goes exciting. Can black hold this to a draw? Black team, what are your thoughts?
Can
Tegmanship,
be
Devansh.
if if black manages to make a pass form, like but still white is having the bishop, so not that easy.
But it can be possible. The
You
kid
never know
doesn't
with
know how
picks.
to play rook,
Yeah.
rook
Yeah, you
bishop
never know
versus
with
rook,
picks, yeah.
right? So
So and pass pawn and try to push the pass pawn to do not just.
and guys, this game, if something happens, if this is a draw, this puts up our standings or puts a tournament situation really exciting, makes it really exciting. For the second and the third spot, we might have a clear winner on this first spot, but that might also be difficult unless and until Rohan the Great manages to win the last game. Alright, so till the last moment, our tournaments are really exciting, kids are really strong, anything can happen. So let's see what's happening here.
Okay, lost the pawn on e3.
Yeah, here is the tactic. Like he
He
just
is
moves
setting up
now.
the trap.
No,
Yeah,
but
if
yeah,
rook takes, then
rook
it's a
a3
double.
and then bishop c5 check. Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, double tap.
Alright,
Just move the
tricky,
yes,
tricky,
okay, Tanush is
trick
finding-
master kids there.
Finding the game, finding the moves. Yeah.
Alright, black is advancing,
White is in
guys.
trying trouble.
This-
Black
this-
can pull it into.
Yes, this looks like Tanush USCF. We already saw one topsy-turvy game, and we saw one surprise there. RTI Rumala Setti won there. Yes, king will enter. King c2, king b2. Some exciting things happening there.
Yeah, I always say king is the real king in that game. Use your king in that game. And here black is using it very effectively.
Now the problem with the white piece is like they have to like look at the clock and maintain it. Otherwise he could lose.
Oh,
Okay, black can even this now.
Adyan S. Karg. Adyan H.
Okay, again a trap.
Well, as a chess wise, I don't want to see white will lose on time, but
Oh,
as a
okay,
team player
guys.
for
Let's
black,
see.
I
Let's
see
see
that
what's
what-
happening. Time,
hope
time,
that
time,
goes
time,
on and
time,
make
time,
it
time. White make a move. Okay, and still.
Just he has to push the pawn.
Okay,
Less.
right. Okay, guys. This is very
and black can do
nerve.
the same.
Yeah, it's
This is
He can go on with
nerve wracking,
the
and
He
White
lost it.
loses on time. Somehow Tanush manages to get 3 out of 3 there. And guys, it would be exciting to see if Tanush manages to beat Rohan the Great and who will become victorious for the Sunday USCF Arena. We are getting some really exciting games and things are heating up. So if you are not following and if you haven't subscribed for this kind of action, you need to subscribe and like to our channel, guys. Last round, fourth round, and we see the standings here. Shlok Mahant and Makin are God not out of the picture. They both will be facing each other, looks like. If they still score and win, and Rohan the Great and Tanush USCF draws, then it would be 3.5, and all of them will be on 3.5. Let's see what happens here. We'll have a top rank 1 battle there, and there will be for the rank 2 and 3, guys. It is going to be crazy. Let's see what happens here. All of them, like till the position number 9 has a chance to finish in the top 3, and a lot of kids, if you are still joining, if it's actual Mr. Beast, don't worry, Mr. Beast. All right, you haven't challenged me to a game. Still the score is 0. No worries, it happens. All right, maybe call me for some tips so that we can get that 1 point on the board. And kids, don't get disheartened. All right, even if you are at 0 points, you will manage to get those victories there. And guys, the last game has started. All right, so it's Adyansh Garg missing that victory, Tanush somehow escaping, and let's see, guys, what's happening here. Okay, and let's look at the opening. So it's e4 and d6. Okay, guys, what's this opening called? Sorry, I'm not sure of the name.
It may be park defense.
Park defense.
Yeah, it is like g6, bishop g7, finish it off. No, yes.
All right, so black goes for a poke defense. Okay, and all right,
What? Okay.
and crazy things happening on the board, guys. What do you think? Will Rohan the Great with white pieces win here, or will Tanush USCF with the black pieces win here? We saw both the players have been so resourceful in their victories. So let's see, Tanush USCF somehow escape with that time trouble. Time victory in the third round. Rohan the Great 1000 has had smooth victories there, and Tanush also had 2 smooth victories. Adyansh Garg game troubled Tanush a little bit.
Here was the trick. Here black would have gone for knight b6.
Knight
Yeah,
b6.
instead of knight c5, knight b6.
Okay, does that trap the rook?
Tapping the rook.
Yeah,
Yes.
knight b6 and queen c. Or
All
win the
right.
exchange if rook captures the line.
All right, if rook captures, so that was a trick there that black had. Black missed that, and Rohan the Great. All right, okay. Devansh, you are team black, right? Okay, but for this game, your kid is playing as white. Okay, so that's a dilemma for you. But what are your thoughts? How's Rohan playing till now? What do you think?
Okay, he's playing well. The only thing I am worried about is we just finished 1 hour class before the tournament started. So maybe he's little exhausted. That's the thing. And before that class also he played 1 tournament. He was on 3 out of 3 and he lost the last round. So I just told him in the class, we checked his game. I just told him to take it easy, play slowly. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, the main thing you can teach to the kids, that you have plenty of time. Take your time and then play. We can teach them tactics, we can teach them plans, everything. But if they will make moves quickly, they cannot implement those things in the game. So that's the main thing, that take your time. And when you are under a minute or something, then you can start making quick moves. But before that, think about some plans and play properly.
All right,
So yeah, he lost a pawn in the opening, but okay. Maybe he can put his knight on d4 and then on c6. That's the outpost, and I don't know why he played that. Maybe he's trying to create some counter on c7. That's a weakness.
All right, and definitely Devansh, hats off to Rohan's spirit there. He played 1 arena, which is almost 1.5 hours. He attended a 1 hour class, and now he's playing another 1.5 hour of chess. and it's almost 9:30 p.m. in the US, bedtime for the
Yeah.
kids. And he's just going all out. And all right, so shout out to Rohan the
Yeah.
Great, to his spirit and to his love and passion for chess, and shout out to Devansh for bringing that spirit, the determination and the discipline in the kids. So all right, and that's very important. The other skills also, guys, to keep going apart from the board, we are seeing Rohan the Great's chess skills there on the board, but out of the board skills are also really important, and that's what Premier Chess Academy is all about: igniting the passion for chess amongst kids beyond the board too. And let's see, guys, what happens on the board. All right, okay, we don't have any more requests from the parents in the chat. So parents, if you are watching and if you want your kids game to be analyzed, you can drop in the chat. Also later, if you guys want to comment anything, let us know, did you like the event or anything, you can just comment in the chat later to how did you like the stream, and give us some feedback. We would definitely like to improve there. And guys, so top of the table match, let's see. So this is slowly developing. Let's see what's happening on the second board. And let's see here. Oh, all right, now the kids are
White
playing.
is queen. Queen.
Okay,
In between.
now white gets a queen and white will win. And a sad day for Adyansh
Second
Garg.
win, rook
If he would have been on 3-on-3, then the situation would have been different. So Adyansh just
Wait.
little bit just had to just play there, where it played very quickly. And this is what happens, what Devansh was talking about: fatigue towards the last round, and kids just want to play quickly and finish. We haven't seen this game, guys. Avni Gupta 8x8, a very unique username. All right, 8x8, 64 squares, and Ajoy there. 1 2 3 4, Ajoy 1 2 3 4 versus 64. Let's see who wins here. Looks likely the 64 is better, but you never know what happens with the kids game.
Yeah. This Ajay, he's also my student. His name is Akshaj, but I don't know what's happening in the position. Maybe he joined little late, I guess, because I just saw
Yeah.
him in the standing in this round. He's on one,
And
okay.
Avni is my kid, and like she is good at this point. Like recently, she has won the tournament also. But in this game, she has made like a couple of blunders. I see, which she like in the last move you can see like couple of move back. She just moved the knight to e6, giving up the knight. So yeah, that was one of the things.
Okay, all right. So Avni's game, Adarsh is talking about. Uh, oh, knight e6. That was a mistake. All right. Okay, so it would be exciting to see what happens between Avni and a. Sorry, Devansh. What did you say the name of a joy was?
Akshaj.
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 Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Avni versus Akshaj. That this would also be exciting. And there we see Shlok Mahant has reached 3.5. So Shlok Mahant will finish in the top 3. That would be exciting to see what happens there with Shlok Mahant. And all right.
Okay, let's check the game going on the first board.
Okay,
What's
let's
happening?
see what's happening on the first board. Let's switch to the first board here. And okay, only few moves made here after since we left. Oh, black managed to win that central pawn, and white is here. Tanush USCF being very resourceful. Oh, all right, a6, a very innovative move there. Guys, what is this called? This maybe distraction. Is it called distraction?
Yeah.
All right, so you distract the queen to capture the pawn, and then the black queen will win the rook here. So that was white's idea, and some really exciting stuff happening. Okay, guys, now I shall stop talking and give the reins to you. White team, black team, what are your thoughts? All right, probably somebody can switch with the white team with Devansh, and then we can have Devansh is rooting for one of his kids, Rohan the Great there. All right, so okay.
Okay, so from the white side, right now, black got two extra pawns. But the good thing from the white side, the only good thing I can see is that rook on c5, we can just connect, we can just develop the rooks on the c5 and try to create some counterplay. Because on the king side, it's 4 versus 3 pawn majority, and it's not going to be easy with create a breakthrough in the endgame with this 4 versus 3. So the only problem for the white side is that c pawn. So if somehow white can manage to counter that, like maybe capture that c7 pawn by doubling up and creating some attack, then the white can hold the position. That's a thing from the white side.
Right, definitely.
And from black's end, I believe that black is playing a little passively. He must activate his rooks to gain more advantage, especially plan out to go in the second rank to create more pressure, because as he's having an extra pawn on f6, so king is kind of very secure. The king can later sit on g7 and have the privilege of all the four pawns acting as a shield. Okay, rooks takes on c7. Knight
Please
is
use the
trapped
pass pawn.
on the edge. b2.
Can the knight come back? It's just queen captures a7. a6.
No.
No.
Now
Okay.
white can just
No,
develop the
now king
rooks.
is 6, the rook is hanging.
Yeah.
Rook c1.
White can just develop the rooks, and then there is this rook c6 idea, double attack. So if white can just play rook c1, then I think white will have some winning
Oh,
chances.
Devansh. All right. You're.
Yeah, he's found the rook c1.
How does
This
black?
kind of positions are very tricky with kids
Still,
because
yeah,
the
still
But
you
now
have to
black
exact
get
can
towards the
force a
back rank.
exchange like rook to c8, and then both the rooks will get exchanged with the knight.
yeah, and he
Yeah,
played that.
But
Rook
can
captures c8,
white
rook
still
captures
go rook
c6.
c6?
No. There is this
Then black
intermediate
should go for
queen
imbalance. Queen d. Instead of that, like I guess Devansh, even queen c6 black can try out against rook c6. Try to go
Yeah,
for that imbalanced rook end game.
Okay.
yeah,
that also. Yeah, that
Rook and
also.
queen.
All right. It will be interesting to see what happens here. Guess the move is going on. Rook
Rook captures rook.
c6. Rook captures rook.
c8 is the move I expect like white is gonna do.
And then, as Devansh pointed out, it's going to be a 4 versus 3, which should be handle, which white should be.
Yeah, rook
White
captures
should be.
rook happen. Rook captures rook,
Yeah,
and then
rook
queen
got
captures
exchanged.
rook, and knight captures.
Okay, so the top of the table clash, and Tanish USCF seems to have a decent hold of the game with a 1 pawn up. He was 2 pawns up. He lost that 1 pawn. Rohan the Great with the fighting spirit there. Tanish having a slight advantage on the clock also there, and we have seen how Tanish can be very resourceful in the time trouble. So that would be exciting to watch what happens, and if both of them goes on 3.5, then it will be exciting to see who finishes on the top of the table. There is already Shlok, who's already has won his game, and he's on 3.5, so he has guaranteed his spot in the top 3. If any other person manages to reach on 3.5, we'll have to see. That would also be really exciting.
Queen d1 to h2, knight f5, or knight f5.
Knight f5, isn't that queen f6 straight away?
Then the pawn on a4 will fall. Yeah,
Oh.
that's
Okay, now queen f6.
Mm.
Now there is this knight g5 trick from the white side.
Yeah, knight f5 is kind of cool.
Like black can go for knight f5, queen f4, and then just push the queen back. But
Knight f5 force to go queen f4.
Knight d5.
Now there is knight g5.
Knight g5, queen f7.
And after this, in this kind of positions, there are always some perpetual checks. Like we can just sacrifice a knight somehow. Now there is also this h4, h5 idea. Many ideas here. I think queen c4 is the only move here.
Take the pawn.
Yeah, queen c4 is the only possibility.
because he needs to
Queen
defend
a2
the
is
knight
also
on
there.
c6. He needs to defend the knight on c6, also the pawn on f7. So queen c4 is the only move defending both things. But after queen c4, I don't think white got any like easy plan, because
Mhm.
white cannot even give a check, and yeah, and now
Yeah,
black can just keep pushing the pawn.
a5
Yeah, he has an
a4.
outside pass pawn on the a file that could be like winning for the black.
So now I think h4 h5 is the only try. Why? It's tricky.
4 is currently not
But
h4
h
is
possible.
not
Maybe
possible
for
but h4 does
e3.
not
now.
like available right.
Yeah.
Just capture it.
Mm,
Like black will just capture it, check, and way back to
And
c.
the plan can be f4 f5.
F yeah, f4 f5.
Yeah, it could be.
No, f5 perfection.
Queen
Hmm.
f3. What is
Thing is, black queen is in really good place, like supporting all the
Yeah, queen on
pieces.
c4 is actually defending f7, c6, also supporting the a pawn. A pawn can just run. Also,
Yeah,
at
queen
any point of
is
time, queen can give f4 check and then capture anything. So yeah, the queen is in really
Super
good
queen
spot
there
here.
on c4. Super queen.
like black queen is super active in this position, doing everything like protection, attack, support, and threat.
Okay,
Okay,
now there
move
is queen
to
8. Queen 8 check and capture the pawn. No, then there is queen f4. I
Queen
think he will
a.
capture the pawn.
which
No,
one?
he cannot.
He
Yeah,
cannot. He will just lose the queen.
Hmm.
Which pawn you are talking
So
about there?
is bad for white. It's very bad for white now.
He just trade off the knights right now. That's easy.
this is right.
Should black trade off?
Yes, of course.
Oh, queen f4, great move here. What we were talking about.
This is very nice idea because if the pawn push, he just take the knight, and if it doesn't, then also he will take the knight.
Take the knight, take the queen, and push
Oh,
the pawn.
And
this is
then
great end game resource by
Best
Tanush
technique.
there.
Best.
Excellent
Best
technique
technique.
there. And we have a video by Devansh, Rule of Squares, and probably Tanush watched it and he figured out the king was outside the box here, and here black white king couldn't enter and stop the black pawn. Black made a queen, and superb technique by Tanush, and we saw Tanush playing excellent chess in the third and the fourth game. So much deserved winner here, Tanush there. All right, sad day for Rohan, but it's fine, Rohan. We'll keep you seeing in the USCF arenas. We see 3 out of 3 in 2 of the arenas. All right, it happens. All right, keep at it. Next weekend, of course, we'll see you winning one of the arenas, and we'll be following that action. And guys, with this, Tanush will become a clear 4 out of 4 yet, unless and until he doesn't blunder a stalemate. Okay, which looks highly unlikely, and we'll see a victory here by Tanush. Or all right, and definitely okay. So Tanush wins the arena. Shlok Mahant there 3.5, and oh, Macron God also manages to get a 3.5 there. All right, so sometimes this happens. Rohan the Great was leading the tournament throughout with 3 out of 3, but Tanush USCF managed to get that last victory. Adhyansh Garg was also Macron God. We followed his games too. Shlok Mahant also getting that great victory in the end. Macron God, we could not follow his fourth game, but we followed his second and third game. Great victories there too. And guys, with that, we have an end to the arena. And parents or kids, if you have watched this, make sure you like, share, or subscribe to our channel. And on that note, guys, we would like you to have a super Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your weekend. We know it's too late, all right. So we'll just bid a quick goodbye and a good night to everyone watching there, and we'll see you again for the upcoming events. So the next event coming up is on March 2nd, and that's going to be really exciting because it's one thing that kids love to play with chess, the chess variants. So 3 check, freestyle chess, or chess 960, random fisher chess. We bring you all the action. We'll see you in the next weekend. Till then, bye bye. Good night from my guys. Bye guys. Bye Tikmanshu. Bye Adarsh. Bye Ayush. Bye Devansh.
Bye.